Hello, Trader Toon family. Today we have a new episode with a very interesting guest. So here I have a person with plenty years of experience. Let's say during the pandemic, he started to explore the crypto financial markets. Now he's working in a company related to. So I have the opportunity to have this amazing person in our new episode. So welcome, Tilemachos, to be with us. So please introduce about yourself. What's your name? How people name you, and tell us a bit short description how you start into the financial markets.
Javier, thank you very much for this opportunity to be here, for the invitation and all that. Thank you very much. Well, as you said, started during the pandemic, like when the crash happened, the crypto crash happened, where everybody was selling their crypto and getting furious into the market. I found the opportunity to buy because I was seeing the prices go so much lower than before, and history showed all-time highs. So I was like, the price will go back again to these prices. So this it's like buying in discount.
I see. That's very interesting because the pandemic was a very difficult moment for many people, but the industries like a fintech industries, financial companies related to investment or holding or crypto exchange and so on, they actually have a very big growing. So you were believing that the world was changing to have a more financial digital ecosystem.
Yeah, I believe, well, it was opportunity for big investors as well. Like MicroStrategy found the opportunity to buy, and all these companies, it was basically their chance to get into the crypto space, get into new technology.
What made you take this decision? A friend? Like, how was your first step into invest? It was maybe by a friend, you saw some advertising, you read about it, you see it in the news. How was your first approach with the crypto investing war?
Well, actually, it's a funny story because a scammer approached me,
Okay, a scammer.
and they showed me a crypto exchange, and that if you will invest, you will get 10 times the amount back. And even though I did have experience in that, it sounded a little bit strange for me. So I didn't invest. I didn't invest in them. I did. That was the good thing. Like I was like, no, I'm not gonna spend so much money and getting returned 10 times the amount in such small period of time. It didn't sound correct to me.
Legit.
Yeah, it didn't sound legit.
But it opened you the door to see, okay, most probably here is something and I want to know more about it.
Yeah.
And how you start to educate yourself about it.
Exactly. That started to, it opened a door for me basically. And from YouTube, I believe I was watching some tutorials. I was watching some other traders in the crypto space in YouTube. There wasn't a lot of people back then doing crypto videos, but it got me interested. I liked it. I saw that the history on the charts, prices have rose very much. So I believe that the same will happen in the future.
Okay, you have a prediction that it will happen again, right? So, and after that, you keep investing in different, let's say, cryptos or just the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or you went to another, let's say, minor coins?
Well, I did Bitcoin, and then that platform that I went and bought Bitcoin, after a couple of months, they introduced Ethereum. So I bought also Ethereum. When I didn't want to check other coins because I believed Bitcoin because it was kind of popular when it first started, and I thought to invest in something more safe, let's say, and as well Ethereum as the second biggest crypto. to invest in Ethereum, just to be on the safe side.
Okay, that's just very interesting. Yeah, many people just know Bitcoin, even they don't approach or they don't know the real name like cryptocurrencies. They just know, oh, Bitcoin, like because it's too popular, too global, too massive. Even now in many countries, it's official currency to, let's say, buy or even have your funds and invest or even buy properties. It's a currency that has a very high liquidity nowadays. Now, after that introduction in your, let's say, beginnings, how to, because the pandemic was what, like
4 or 5 years
5 years ago? How is this 5 years ago from your starting experience to now, which has been this transition? How is now like Tilemachos? How is your crypto investment, or you move to another type of areas into the trading?
Well, I stayed in the crypto department, but I transitioned from an investor to a trader. After a couple of years getting experience how the charts and all that work, and I moved to there. And one thing that changed my approach and my mindset is that some pullbacks, some corrections are something that's normal in the market. You shouldn't panic. In the beginning, I was panicking if the price was falling down rapidly. But it's something that just after some time, I learned that this is normal.
Okay, so if you can give an advice to the people about manage their emotions, when you mention like don't panic, what will be this for this beginner person? Say, okay, you know what? I make my first trade, I open my first lot of Bitcoin, maybe, and I see minus $100 now floating with my operation. Should I close it? Should I panic? What do you suggest to the beginner trader that see his or her first negative floating transaction?
Well, in that case, that person must be doubting that decision if he doesn't know where to close it, if or not. So when in doubt, zoom out. Basically, zoom out the chart, see it from another approach, see the bigger time frames, see where you can find the support, when you can find the resistance, and based off that, you can adjust your strategy. If you have a tight stop loss, you can adjust it. Well, if you have a liquidation price that it's well close to a support, then you can put more margin into the trade. You can put more, and you can find the solution. It's just when you zoom out the charts and see it from a different point of view, bigger time frames, then you make more rational decisions.
I understand. So one time someone told me, in order to make your first 1,000, you need to lose 100. In order to make your first 10,000, you need to lose 1,000. In order to make 100,000, you need to lose your first 10,000. In order to make 1 million, you need to lose 100,000. Do you think it's true? Like, do you have or experience big losses before you really hit some, let's say, profits?
Well, there's some truth to that, because losses makes you basically learn from your mistakes. Like a loss, it's a mistake, let's say. Well, you learn from it. I had some losses. In the beginning, no, because I was fortunate enough to join in a bullish market. So more of the times I was buying. I was open and long positions. But I had some losses, and it made me to change my approach, maybe implement different strategy. So that helped me.
I see. Like, you were not afraid to lose, but you were just thinking like, okay, lose is not something bad, it's just a lesson.
Exactly.
And from this lesson, you adjust your strategy to recover and maybe generate better results, right? And how is your mindset preparation? How you prepare your side, your mind, your approach before you are gonna see it in front of a chart?
Oh yeah, I will definitely be relaxed. Yeah, not to be stressed or worried about something. I will make I will put my lines where I want, like support resistance. I will check for any patterns into the chart. I will look different time frames as well. And I'll make my coffee. I'll relax. I'll see what I can trade today and go from there.
And do you think trade alone is the best, or have you ever had like a mentor or a community or a group of friends where you share your analysis, opinions, or you get other tips from other people? Like, have you been trading alone with your own thoughts, or you were, let's say, around people with the same mentality and targets that you had?
Yeah, that's a good point. I started alone, but after quite some time later, I joined a Discord group. I joined some also from YouTube. There are some people that show basically when it's the right time to open a general trade, and I will get knowledge from that. And in the Discord chat, we will discuss different ideas, different setups of when it's the right time to open a trade. So a community definitely can help. Yeah.
Find a good community, I think, is a key point if you want to keep it sustainable, because you can also share your, let's say, your moments of weakness in terms of, let's say, experiment losses, or you also will get this emotion and these vibes when you hit and this analysis became reality and you hit a very good profits. So I think that's has been everything for today. It was a pleasure to have you here, Till.
Very much.
How can people find you in your social medias? How they can approach about you and get some information about what you are doing, or get invited to some, let's say, Discord channel or something that you have been made it. So if you want to share your name and how they can find you, will be very good.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, which is just _art_it_. That's just art it. So there I share with stories, my life, how I'm doing everyday basis. So yeah.
Pleasure to have you here. Everyone, please be connected. We will be having more guests in different regions, in different countries, that will make this podcast every time more interesting. So find us in YouTube and Spotify. So that has been everything for today. Thank you, Till, one more time. Pleasure to have you here in the channel. So we will know more about you very soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.